Dear America, please stop instilling fear. I see more tears from my peers. Man, what a year. Pastors preaching foolishness, misleading churches with God's verses. How disgraceful, they need surgeons. Don't believe everything the media tells you. Fear equals profit. Fake news they chew. Christ over viruses, infectious diseases. Joshua 1:9. That's the thesis. The blood is my IV, his miracles I see. Open your eyes, don't rely on that Visine. Grass is greener when we looking at the rich. They dying too, media just won't snitch. 2,000 years later, we going through the same thing. Diseases was conquered then, same thing. Ain't no time to play the devil's blame game. Christians, stand up, we're here to save the lame. Let's go. I'm on mine. Way to Cain's land. I'm on my way to Cain's land. I'm on my way to Cain's land. I'm on my way to Cain's land. Paul told Timothy we don't have the spirit of timidity, so why are Christians losing faith in God? Seriously? God fulfilled promises from then to eons. We are all hurting. God opened the ER. The pathway is open to the land of the promise. The only way to get there is through Jesus. To be honest, they say America is the home of the free. The shackles are there, but everyone sees bling. Thank you, Jehovah Jireh, for the health providers. I pray this pandemic will be a reminder. Pastors and preachers are like us, they're survivors, ordained to spread words of hope, self-reminders. God promised Abraham, God promised Moses, God promised Joshua, please smell the roses. Hold to the promises God has declared. Believe all you hear, raise a hand in the air. I'm on my way to Cain's land. I'm on my way to Cain's land. I'm on my way to Cain's land. I'm on my way to Cain's land.
Had a mighty hard time, but I'm on my way. Had a mighty hard time, but I'm on my way. It's a mighty hard climb, but I'm on my way. On my way, glory, hallelujah, I'm on my way. All along the way.
Thanks for watching this slideshow of Joshua and the Conquest of Canaan. And now take a look at part 1 of this interview between DJ Monie B and Francis Markley. Enjoy.
How y'all doing? It's DJ Monie B, Monie on the Move here again. And I'm in Springfield, Pennsylvania. I'm not going to tell y'all what I'm doing here, but y'all can probably see on Frank's shirt. This guy is Frank Markley, and I'm just honored, really honored to meet him and to interview him. But he is a U.S. Army veteran, and I wanted to interview him and let him get to, let him tell y'all his story. Go ahead, Frank.
So I am a disabled Army veteran. I'm 100% disabled. I joined into the Army at the age of 17. When I left for the Army, I had about a couple months for my basic and advanced training. Got to my first duty station in February. 2 months later, deployed to Iraq. After a year in Iraq, I wound up going and had about 8 months home, went to Afghanistan. During my time in Afghanistan, me and a buddy, we were on a 2-man mission on the streets, making sure they were safe. I managed to be injured on that time. I was smacked in the head with a pipe, which actually caused a spinal injury to my C1, C2 discs.
Let me, can I stop you one thing? Because I want them to know that your assignment was to help the townspeople. So they're out here, the 2-man crew, out here helping the townspeople, and this is what happened. So go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You're fine. So as we were doing the mission, walking the streets, making sure everything was safe, kids were sitting there playing. managed to go and found out at some point a gentleman was following us. We didn't realize that they were following us until it was too late. I was actually smacked in the head with a pipe, knocked down, damaged my C1, C2 discs, destroyed all my minor ligaments, and fractured my major ligament to my spine, preventing me from paralyzing as well as from possibly being killed. But during that time, my partner wasn't as lucky. He was stabbed just below the point of the armor, which actually bled out. The gentleman came back to try to finish me off and failed because the citizens in the area actually came to my rescue, managed to pull us off to the side until the team got there.
Well, I don't know if you're a believer, but that is nothing but God. God covered you on that, man, because He came to finish you off, and the citizens, you know, they had your back. They helped you out. So, were you conscious at that time? And then...
I didn't get consciousness until after my team had already gotten to us. They were doing a roundup, which is pretty much when you bring everybody back to the post. As they were doing the roundup, that's when they were notified by the citizens in the area because they had some of the kids that were bringing them over, trying to get their attention to come over to our direction so we can be recovered.
Wow. So, after that, how long did you stay there for a while and recover, or did they bring you?
They brought me to Germany where I did my recovery, and then I came back to the stateside.
Okay. How long was your recovery?
I'm still recovering to this day from the spinal. Right now I have my cane that I normally walk around with on a daily basis, doing everything I need to. I still go through physical therapy with the VA. Their appointments usually take a lot longer right now because the number of veterans have been coming back and have injuries and stuff like that. So.
Wow. Well, I really enjoyed the conversation. And thank you again. Thank you for your service. I just thought that this was a really, really good interview to have. So people know what actually goes on over in, you know, in the other countries when y'all are deployed out. What actually happened to our soldiers, and you were over there as a very young man.
At the age of 17, well, technically 18.
Wow, 18 years old, and you know you're doing that. You're actually looking over the whole town. You're responsible for, you know, a whole town. So we just don't really know everything that goes on and what y'all have to go through. But again, I say thank you for your service. I'm glad you're here with us to tell the story.
I got a 3-year-old little boy now and a 1-year-old little girl, so I'm blessed to be back.
Amen. So thank you so much for your time. And again, thank you for your service. It's DJ Monie B and Monie on the Move, and I'm out, y'all.
Thanks for watching part 1 of this interview between DJ Monie B and Francis Markley. And now check out this brief segment that called Enduring Freedom that featured Francis Markley. Enjoy.
Oh hey, my name is Specialist Francis Markley. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My unit is 244 Air Defense Artillery. Let me show you what we do here at Afghanistan. My job here is to pretty much keep accountability of all the OCIE, which is the equipment and uniforms that they use and wear, as well as keep accountability of the ammunition and the weapons that they use. That all the AKs that we have mounted up on the wall are marked with a specific number of how many AKs they have counted so far. Well, that's my job in a nutshell. Positive accountability keeps you in the clear. As we say in my battalion, strike fear.
Thanks for watching this brief segment called Enduring Freedom, and now check out part 2 of this interview between DJ Monie B and Francis Markley. Enjoy.
So we're going to continue with our conversation with Frank. And Frank, tell them a little bit about your training. before you got deployed, like, what did you do? What kind of training did you have? What are you, I don't want to say certified to do, but you know what I'm saying.
So after I went through my basic training, which was taking place in Oklahoma, I went to El Paso where I learned how to be an air defense crew member, at which point air defense is pretty much identifying aircrafts for the most part. We identify them, we'll say, be able to tell if it's hostile, friendly, etc.
Okay.
And then I went to air assault, which is repelling out helicopters, which was one of the best things that I got to do. They had an obstacles course you start off with. You do a few, low crawling obstacles. You'll sit there and do like, it's like a belly. It's like a belly flop. You have two logs. One log you jump on, and then the other one you have to like literally land on your stomach and then flip over. And then you have a 3 hour. It's supposed to be a 12-mile ruck where you sit there and you have like 65 pounds plus a vest and all that stuff on your back, and you have to run halfway, so 6 miles one direction. You get 2 canteens, you have to drink them both by the time you hit that first turnaround. And then you have another,
oh my goodness.
it's another 6 miles coming back just at the finish line. You have to complete it in 3 hours.
Wow.
I managed to get that in 2:35.
Woo.
I was still 155 when I went through, so it was not much weight.
So you was flying through.
And then I went through combatives, which is the hand-to-hand combat, and then they had an Eagles life responder, which is like the first aid and the medical. You learn how to sit there and do your own nasal tubing. You sit there and you put the nasal tube through the one nostril.
Ew.
Yeah, you do it yourself.
Ew.
That's like the initiation thing. And they sit there and they tell you the whole process. It's in case if your breathing gets constricted.
Right.
Or
You could do it yourself out there in the field. Oh.
Well, they want you to be able to know what it feels like while you're also doing it for somebody else that may need it. So they always had a thing where you do it to yourself first, and then you'll be able to feel. Exactly.
When you're doing somebody else. That's so you were trained 3 different things, right?
4 technically. You figure my main job, then the air assault, then the combatives, hand-to-hand combat, and then the medical portion as well.
So let me ask you this: you went through a terrible tragedy over there, and you lost your partner. When you came back, how did you deal with mental?
Mental-wise, honestly, I was a mess. I was a wreck. Not gonna lie, I seriously jumped straight to a marriage without even double thinking anything. Not even listening to anybody else. I just went straight into a marriage, found out that she was cheating on me. Then she went through a whole process of saying she was pregnant, and then she wound up going and lying to me the whole time.
Oh my goodness. But you just wanted to be with somebody. You just wanted that.
I felt like I needed that comfort. Yeah.
Right.
During that time when I went through everything, they didn't have what they have now is the stress card. So it was one of those things where it's like, okay, you need that comfort. You got to figure it out for yourself for the most part. Even though they have the mental health, a lot of the times they were like frowned upon. You looked like you were getting out of all that kind of stuff. So,
and that's a shame because that's why people don't want to talk about their mental, their problems and what they're going through.
Exactly. So I didn't worry about it until I got to Fort Irwin, and when I was out there, that's when I started getting even worse. I went through a whole mental breakdown. I had a battle buddy that went from California or Tennessee with me to California, and he was there practically the whole time.
Oh, wow.
But when I found out that my spouse at the time was cheating, we were in the field doing a 2-week training, and I went through a complete mental break. And that's when I started doing the whole behavioral health, mental health, and all that stuff. And even to this day, I still have to maintain, or else I wind up breaking down. And then,
So I just noticed that you're such a cool dude. Like, you're just like when I say cool, I mean cool, calm, and collected cool. Like, so is that something that you learned to that get you through?
The biggest thing has been my wife and kids for the most part. And then having the ability now to have some kind of mental help being assisted to me. I've learned some tactics of being able to put my mind into an amount of ease, almost like a meditational kind of setting.
Yeah.
This way I can make sure that if there's a situation that occurs, let's say fireworks goes off, or Let's say if there's gunshots in the neighborhood kind of thing, I'm not sitting there on edge. I'm not sitting there having an episode or flashback. Those tactics that I've learned, taking those courses of the mental release, mental relaxation has helped me be able to develop that way.
That's good.
The VA does provide me with certain things like medicines to help with pain, but they try to just like, oh, well, why don't you try doing behavioral health medications? Like, I'm not about the pills.
Right.
I'm not about anything outside. Like, a buddy of mine tries saying, oh, well, why don't you try pot? And listen, I'm not about over-counter stuff. I'm not about natural drugs that I won't normally touch. I've always been.
But it's good that you can mentally just calm yourself down and a lot of people need to do that these days before they pick up a knife or gun, even sometimes before they open their mouth. They need to, just think and calm down and,
I look at it this way. If it's not something that's going to literally threaten my life at that point,
it's not worth it.
When it comes to it, if my time is here, my time is here. There's nothing that's going to be able to stop that. But as long as I'm alive and I have a family to provide for or someone that cares about me, I'm going to make sure that I can at least get them set up because of the fact that if something happens to me, at least they're yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. I always wonder about our soldiers and when they come back and how they deal with listening, like you said, fireworks and stuff like that. So I'm glad you find that comical, because like I said, y'all, this dude is really, really calm. He a little bit too calm. No. No, he's very nice and he's very calm, and to be in the position and the situations that he's been in, that's remarkable. That's remarkable, and it takes a lot for you. It takes a lot of self-control.
I will say, I do wind up drained a lot of the days because
mentally.
Yeah. My wife will tell you, I seem like I'm tired all the time, and it's not because the hours I work.
It's what you're mentally going through. Yeah. So you know what, y'all? We just need to be kind to each other, because you never know what somebody's going through. Ever. You don't know what people dealing with. You don't know what they have dealt with in the past. So let's just try to be kind to one another and accept one another, or just keep it moving. So Frank, I really, really, really enjoyed speaking with you today. And again, thank you for your service.
Thanks for watching part 2 of this interview between DJ Monie B and Francis Markley. And now check out this brief slideshow called The Army of God. Enjoy.
Heaven is only one step away. Won't you say
Thanks for watching this slideshow of the Army of God, and now check out this music video called The Last with Gospel Gabe featuring Noah the Governor. Enjoy.
we the last, God's warriors, we the last.
We the last of God's warriors, we ain't lie. We the last of God's warriors who wanna touch the sky. We the last. We the last. God's hand is on us. We the last of God's warriors, we ain't lie. We the last of God's warriors who wanna touch the sky. We the last. We the last. God's hand is on us. We the last of God warriors, we ain't lie. We the last of God warriors who wanna touch the sky. We the last. We the last. It's a whole nother vision when I'm seeing this truth that got my soul young. I read the fountain of youth, got me feeling in my old days, young in my old ways, telling me I'm wrong, but I was praising God always. Nothing has changed except I grew. I walk stronger, talk stronger. I'm ready to fight. In the spirit I pray. We the last in this life. We got more faith than Peter when he walked on water. It's out of order. The world's out of grip. They slip. They attacking God's people. We ain't having that. We pray strong. Nothing they can do to stop us. Do no harm till my prophet will be back like God did. The fools playing with chess. Y'all becoming God target. The can't box with God. Why do you even try? There's an army rising up on earth, but in the sky. We the last. You think we go to war so we can die? We the last of God's warriors. We ain't lie. We the last of God's warriors who wanna touch the sky. We the last. We the last. God's hand is on us. We the last of God's warriors. We ain't lie. We the last of God's warriors who wanna touch the sky. We the last. We the last. God's hand is on us. There's a plan that you don't see, hands that you don't see. God got warriors in places that you don't see. Already strong to go all out. We stepping all in the devil, stepping all in his mouth. We the last still standing, strong in the gap. We drop everything to praise God, that's just fact. Let the world keep falling, we keep rising. Those that wanna ride out was falling, we ride and call up. God squad, man, we ready to roll. 5 barrels of warriors, ready to go, ready to blow on these cats. Front line like 20 fat cats. Or eat snacks, play yourself if you want. Get stomped by the pack. Our warriors don't play, we leave you on your back. We know the Bible inside out, that's fact. Basic instruction, plan to divide and conquer. We roll with God heavy, we some godly monsters. Stop playing with us, we ain't made from Tonka. God's hand is on us. God's hand is on us. God's hand is on us. His holy hand is on us. We the last of God's warriors, we ain't lie. We the last of God's warriors who wanna touch the sky. We the last. We the last. God's hand is on us. We the last of God's warriors, we ain't lie. We the last of God's warriors who wanna touch the sky. We the last. We the last. God's hand is on us.
We the last man standing, we ride in the tandem. We the ones that the Lord Jesus won't abandon. Get your life in order fast, cause he's coming back. And we'll be caught up in the rapture while you running laps. We'll be fellowshipping, homie, while you paying tax. We sincere in his presence while you faking jacks. Don't push it to the limit, push it to the max. Can't beat around the bush, boy, I'm speaking facts. They're coming up with a vaccine for the pestilence. The last days are upon us, prepared for an exodus. It's treacherous. AKs aimed at the residents, political unrest. Somebody shot the president. Riots and wars and racism. Try to unify us for the Lord, cause I hate schism. Multifaceted with the bars, cause I make prisons. And we gon' make it through this tough time, it just takes wisdom. We the last.
Thanks for watching this music video called The Last with Gospel Gabe featuring Noah the Governor. And now check out this slideshow made by Mitsubishi Motors. Enjoy. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Monie on the Move with DJ Monie B. Please tune in to future shows like this in your local TV station, online, and other different media outlets. Enjoy.